Women as well, don't be a chicken.
You can't be in a club twerking on me, twerking everywhere. Then when you get to bed, this is always just like. So housemates, we've been together for almost 5 years, and this past December we got married traditionally. So if you'd like to check that video out, available negotiations, the link should be popping up above our heads right now. So we've decided to do a 2-part video where we're going to discuss the 10 things that we think are important that have kept us together for 5 years. So yeah, let's get into it.
The first one, I think, for me is it's important that there's love in the relationship. So because I think a lot of people go into relationships for like maybe convenience or money or like there's always something, but if there's love,
he must have.
Yeah, you see those kind of things. But I think what's important to be like a proper basis for a relationship is love. Then all the other things will follow.
Also, you know, it's not like you get into a relationship and then boom, there's love. Like, love is not something, it's not a state which you reach or a feeling that's there. It's something that's worked on and grows over time. But yeah, the love it's the most important thing because it then just puts everything together.
Yeah, it is important because it's in a relationship there has to be that respect. Like your partner has to respect you. The respect has to come from both parties as well, because if there's no respect, like I don't see how the relationship will function. Because if each person is trying to do whatever they want to do, however they want to do, and you don't have respect for the other person's feelings, or you don't have respect for the other person's beliefs and how they grew up, there's no point of being together. Because that's how people end up like going outside their relationship, because people will be like, oh, you left that person because they were so pretty, they were so this. But if someone doesn't feel respected in a relationship, this goes for women as well. Like if a man doesn't respect that woman, like she is going to go outside the relationship and look for something else, because respect is very important. But I don't know. Well,
fundamental is you have to respect that a woman wants to, like, genuinely wants to be loved. So as a man, you have to give her that. And for a woman, she needs to respect the fact that a man needs to feel respected. I feel a woman must always be able to show a man that he trusts that he'll make the best decision. You have to respect that the man wants to feel like he's on top of the situation. For me, that's just it in my perspective.
I don't agree, but let's go on.
Not a debate.
This is the example I was putting in terms of respect, because a lot of people think respect for women should be different from respect for men, but it's the same. For me personally, I think it's the same. It should be the same in all factors of a relationship. Because the third one, for me, I think it's one of the most important as well for me, is being open with each other. Like the level of I find it very weird when like people are weird around each other, and I used to be that person, but I found that being open is very important in a relationship. Like being free to like just walk around naked, or like being free to like take a dump or like those kind of things. Like there's no like filters. There's just like
Tommy will walk in once and like, you know, when you take a dump and
like it's just a dump, like, or what?
I don't feel anywhere.
And it smells. Cause like the thing is, people act like people act like if I go in there, it's gonna smell less than if I pass the bathroom. It smells the same way. I'm just trying to keep life moving. I'm taking something from the bathroom, I'm leaving.
The openness also talks of, it's just about being able to be free to be yourself.
Yeah, just
basically that's what openness is.
Being free to be yourself, and then not like
I think that's it, because if you're free to be yourself, like you're saying, you can walk into the bathroom. If you're free to be yourself, I understand you're being you. When I say certain things, like when I criticize certain things about you, it's not like I'm doing it because I don't understand who you are. It's like to build you. So if you're in a relationship that's like where you have that openness, you understand that.
We're number 4, intimacy, the most important thing for us. For some people, it might score maybe a bit higher up the rank, but for me it's still my top 5.
The reason it's top 5 is because when we met, the first thing we were was intimate. I can make an eye on my face. But on the real
welcome to the show. Okay, cool. Moving on. Very important. Like, we can't be having mediocre relations here.
No, but it's the truth.
It's very important. Like, remember, this person, you're going to be with this person for the rest of your life.
And imagine
that the whole
what do you call it? Actual adults, babe? Sex.
No.
Sex. Wow. Then you say I must act accordingly. No, guys, listen. It also goes back to being open. I mean, you should be in a relationship. If the intimacy is not doing it for you, then you should be able to speak to your partner and say, "But you know what, babe? When you do it like this, it really doesn't do it for me. Or could we try this instead? Because you know."
It goes back to the openness as well. This goes back because. Oh, okay, cool. I'm sorry I lost concentration, housemates. I do this sometimes, so I didn't hear what you were saying. But yeah, continue.
No, I'm done. I was just saying, like...
Yeah, and guys, lay the pipe. Lay that pipe.
Oh, all of a sudden now you can say lay the pipe. You can't even say sex, but you can say lay the pipe.
You broke. You made it awkward already, so I might as well.
It can't be awkward,
yeah.
But guys, this just goes to show how important intimacy is. You know, things which are awkward to talk about are usually the most important things.
They're very important. It has to go down in the deep. And also, sorry for just saying, guys, lay the pipe. Women as well, don't be a chicken.
You can't be in a club twerking on me, twerking everywhere. Then when you get to bed, this is you just like.
Okay, moving on.
Guys, for this first video, this is number 5, and it's the final point out of the 5 for today. This was something that actually took some time in our relationship, because when we met, we were in 2 very separate mindsets, but it's compromise. Compromise, for me, I actually think I would have, if I was doing the list like on my own, you see, I compromised again. If I was doing this on my own, it would have actually been number 1, because when you're in a relationship for the longest time, you are actually growing as a person. You let go of things that you never actually thought in your life you'd let go of. And you learn a lot of things, and the only way you're going to learn and not like be angry about it or like move backwards is if you're willing to accept and just compromise, because some things are not even that important. Yeah.
Let me explain it how 80%ers explain it.
Oh, 80%.
And if you want to know why I'm saying 80%ers, watch our first video, which will be linked above.
80%ers, man.
Yeah, so I'm an 80%er and he's in the 70s.
Yes,
compromise. Compromise is very important. Like he said, it should have ranked high in the list, but I don't think so, because people expect compromise too early in the relationship, and that kind of confuses everything, because there has to be
I'm sorry, I can't say he must have it.
Yeah, like besides he must have and stuff like that. Like, say for instance, we started being in a relationship, and before there was love, there was the intimacy, before there was actually a structure and foundation for a relationship, I had to now compromise and like Sex, guys, sex, not intimacy, sex. Woo! Okay, cool. Yeah, before there was all of that, and now I started having to compromise my stuff. Like, it builds a lot of resentment, which is why I think it's important that the compromise gets introduced naturally in the relationship. But you have to keep in mind that it's a big part of a relationship, especially if you want to grow together and you want to build together. You're coming from two different worlds. You're coming from your own life, like
cultures,
you've been to totally like different,
different families,
like belief system, how you grew up. Like, I had to, like, when we met, I'll make an example that's like as simple as milk. He drank low-fat milk. I know it's not like a big example, but he had to compromise because I was like, I am not gonna drink low-fat milk. It tastes like water. And he had to be like, okay, cool, I'll drink.
That's why I've got boobs now, guys.
No, I was about to say he was not drinking low-fat milk because he was a healthy...
Yeah, I was gymming. Hey! Hey!
But that's kind of like an example of compromise.
You know what compromise is? I think compromise and sacrifice go hand in hand. Compromise and sacrifice is when you have a slow laptop and you're editing during the week and somebody has a sleeping problem and the laptop finishes exporting at 2 a.m. in the morning. You decide you're going to wake up and go and make sure that it's done exporting, even if you're starting at 4 a.m. in the morning, just so that somebody can have enough hours of sleep so that they can have like a sane day the next day. That's like real compromise, not even trying to
compromise. Yeah, compromise is when someone is working at 4 a.m. and there's no one to drop them at work and you have a sleeping problem, you still wake up in your sleep to go drop them at work. Yeah. So those kind of things are compromises that come with a relationship. So if you are in a relationship and you think, okay, no, I'm going to do my own thing, and you start like expecting sacrifices from one person and you're not doing the sacrifices yourself, it doesn't work out. So it's very important to understand that the compromise has to come from both sides of the relationship.
And that's how a relationship grows. It's not like take.
You have to give and take.
It's not even give and take. It's literally just giving.
Yeah.
Because most of the time, that's how you make yourself vulnerable and you just give and give. There's no taking because you just become a unit.
Yeah. Anyway. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope this first part of the relationship advice has been helpful. Yeah. Stay tuned for the next part of the video, which will be coming out real soon.
And last week, sorry for cutting you, but last week we had a giveaway video for Captain Marvel. Please follow us on our Instagram, and we're going to be announcing on our stories, and we'll make a whole post on the Ngwenyas House Instagram page who won those giveaway tickets.
Okay guys, please subscribe, watch our other videos here. See you in the next one.